Professional Education for Renewable Energy in Ghana project, ProREG, organized a program which aimed at redesigning the curriculum in the areas of renewable energy to equip students to work in the industry.
First, maybe lecturers or staff have to interact with companies to know their current problems and assign them to students as projects. So if we do that, you're actually bringing reality into the classroom by letting our students take up projects relating to the industry. And then the second one has to allow students to also search for real-life problems, not only be giving them what is happening, but what they have also experienced in their environment. So allow students to also search for real-life problems in their environment and bring innovative ideas to solve it. And then the third point was to interact with government agencies also on policies and let students provide solutions to them. Some of the policies that maybe if there's a budget reading and then we have to do this, we have to do that, students have to come up with ways to resolve such issues. In that case, we are bringing reality into the classroom.
This program is a joint project by the Technical University of Berlin and funded by DAAD of Germany. The project was designed basically to reduce unemployment graduate situation in Ghana.
We have a mechanical engineering. We teach students what is the piston, what is the rings, how to do this. So it will be interesting, for instance, if in the university here, you can even have a workshop, whether it's run by transport or whatever. Students should be exposed to the practicality of, let's say, overhauling an engine, practicality of how to fix some of these things as part of their intent and their exercise. But I believe most of the lecturers here will send their vehicles to magazine for the dropout person to fix for you, when we can get some of these things done locally.
His idea I find brilliant, because think about, can you go to the market and buy a real problem for the students? Is there a real problem in the market to be buy it? No. This real problem has to be created by the professor staff. One thing, even in Germany, a mechanical engineer student cannot repair a car. Why? Because have to be certified. If it's not certified, cannot do it. But one student can work together with a certified mechanic for learning how the work is done. He has not to be a mechanical. We don't want to build an electromechanical or an automechanical. We want to build a mechanical engineer. But this mechanical engineer can work together with a certified person to learn how they work life. And maybe acting as helper, etc., can learn by these people. And in the program, in the curriculum we can say, okay, 20 hours of the curriculum will be for practical work in the workshop of car. Can be in a thermosolar installation. Can be this thing, this problem, this real life problem have to be created by the professor and staff. And it's only following this idea how we can achieve it.
To be able to achieve the main purpose of the project, some selected lecturers from the Faculty of Renewable Resource, KNUST, were prepared for a training at the Technical University of Berlin to enhance proper teaching and learning of ProREG.
If it comes to certification, we have staff training anyway within the project. So that would have two steps. One would be to jointly develop something like prototype or second prototype, or how that could look like, and then training the ones doing this, but also staff training on a larger scale to multiply that to establish standards.
But what I also see now is that, for example, for specific projects, maybe you're already thinking of one software, and maybe also it would be useful to think, okay, how does it look like in the UNR? So like you can also join forces and either, for example, try to find a way to cooperate all together, because if you have, for example, more people, like you said, all professors here have a training with one specific company. But the bigger the group is, the better actually. So if you can also think of, okay, we have this group of professors here, and then a group of professors from the UNR, you come together and you do the training together. That would also be, I think, helpful.
Speaking to Professor Mrs. Esi Ewa, she emphasized on the need to train students on renewable energy generation.
Hello, I'm Professor Mrs. Esiwa, the Foundation Vice Chancellor of the University of Energy and Natural Resources. If you look at the whole world, we are worried about climate change. And the use of renewable energy is one way of curbing the problem of climate change. And it is hoped that we will train students who will be able to develop businesses out of the renewable energy training we are giving.
One of the initiators of ProREG from Berlin said he is willing to contribute and share high level of experience on the area of renewable energy to students and lecturers in Ghana.
Hello, my name is Jörg Longmos. I'm from Berlin, part of the project, one of the initiators, and I've been to Ghana quite a few times before, and I love the country, and I see some education needs, in particular if it comes to practical engineering, and we have done similar projects in Berlin. Also in Ethiopia, for example, and we thought it would be good to transfer our experience to Ghana, where I found here a very open environment, and the need to get more practical aspects into engineering education is obvious and shared by everyone. So we experience here a lot of colleagues that are interested, that are committed and very open-minded, and so I'm quite optimistic that we will be on a good track.
The project coordinator of ProREG and a senior lecturer of KNUST, Professor William Odro, interacted with Tech TV News on the vision and mission of the project.
I'm William Odro, lecturer at the KNUST, a professor at KNUST here at the Faculty of Renewable Energy. And I'm also the coordinator of the project ProREG. First, it's designed to look at the curriculum because we have identified that continental problem, most graduates from higher education are unemployed or they are unemployable. We also have problems of large classes, numbers of students in most of the universities, in particular KNUST. And with all these problems, we have decided that in order to address the unemployment and unemployability of the students that we churn out from our universities, we have to redesign our curriculum.